Hey there, doll. How are you?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm doing fine. I'm tired, but I am doing fine.
I bet you are.
But I bet you are too. Thank you for taking my call, Kathryn.
Oh, no problem. I love talking with you.
Aw, I know. This is the time of the year that you and I usually go for 2 hours.
I know, but neither one of us can do that. I know. But you got to promise me that after we get everything settled and you get a break, you'll give me another call at another time.
I absolutely will. And once I get all of the dolls called, please feel free to call me. This is the time where I also, after deliveries, go on a little hiatus, and I'm just kicking around the house and my favorite
I'll give you a
booties.
couple of days, and then I'll touch base with you.
Okay, cool. Perfect. Okay, so how'd it go?
Well, it was quite challenging, Mama Doll. I am not going to tell you a story.
No, don't tell me a story.
COVID has tried to tear it up. First, not being able to connect with people and get to know them like I wanted to because of COVID. Then I couldn't get the people's names and get them to sign stuff fast enough or right. And then I didn't get my kit. But you know what?
Oh, no.
So I hope that everything I did the best I could. My grandmother ended up with COVID in the hospital, so I had to quarantine. So I had to do everything on my own. I got some cellophane and I wrapped it up and threw some ink pens and some journals, and I just videotaped myself dropping them off.
Aww.
And that was it. Well, but it was still fun, and it was so worth it. The show must go on, right? And that's why we do it, for the kids.
We do it for the babies, but we also do it for ourselves too.
That too,
we look forward to it every year and get in front of the kids, and it's that old philanthropy we think is for the other person, but we end up realizing it's actually for us because it feels good. So, don't discount yourself in a self-esteem movement. You have every reason to be disappointed. You've been doing this with us for how long?
5 years now.
5 years. I thought it was longer than 5 years.
I've known the Black Dolls for 10. Yeah. I met you guys before you went, with the whole everybody. Yeah. But my official, I've done 5 of these.
That's right. Wow, we've been doing this 5 years. Wow. And the Christmas ambassador. I got it. I don't know why I was thinking we're 3 years into this, but wow, 5 years you've been a Christmas ambassador. Well, thank you for your service.
I love it. And you know what, Mama Doll, I'm going to tell you something. I'm not disappointed at all. Now, maybe if you had to call me, say, an hour within delivery, I might have said that. Because, I was driving all over the little city, and I had my GPS, and I put everything in there, and I had someone that was supposed to be with me, but again, I had to quarantine because my grandmother had COVID. So I was exposed.
How's Granny doing?
Actually, I'm waiting on her now. The ambulance is going to be bringing her back.
Back.
She's been, Good. They'll be bringing her back. She's been there for about 4 days now. So I'm actually waiting on them. I had to get tested, but my test results don't come until tomorrow. So that's been freaking me out.
How are you feeling?
I feel great. I have no signs of anything. I have, and I had been tested a couple of weeks ago because, my job is teaching children now, and my school had to close down just a couple of weeks ago. So we all had to mandatorily get tested, and I was fine. So I don't know what this is about or even how Grandma contacted it. So the whole family just went to get tested again. To rule all that out. But you know what, though? I felt like something was trying to stop me from doing what I do. And I do this because as I told you before, and I'll tell you again, I believe in what you wanted to do and what you started this for. It means a lot to me, coming from foster homes, and you know what I mean, to just know. And I had a moment that I thought you might get a kick out of, being all over, trying to do the GPS, trying to record myself. I had a moment of like, I just quit.
Oh, not my Kathryn doll.
No, wait, but it's a beautiful thing, because I pulled over to the side of the road and I was like, you know what? I think I had delivered too, and I was struggling trying to figure out where I was, because I was in South Holland, I was in Salt Village, I had 2 in Glenwood, 2 in Lansing, and I'm like, what in the world? I think I bit off more than I could chew. And just as I was getting frustrated, one of the mothers emailed me. I couldn't share the pictures because we didn't have the thing on file, but she emailed
the photo
me.
Release. The photo release. Okay. Yeah.
So she emailed me a picture of the 2 girls, they sisters, opening their dolls, and they're like singing and I said, okay, I see what you're saying, God. This is why I do it. Shut up, follow the GPS, and get going.
Follow the GPS and get going. That's a T-shirt. Well, listen. I do understand the frustration in terms of just, you've been doing this, getting in front of the little girls every year and planning your party. I get that. I get the 2020 has hit everybody in a way that nobody saw coming. So one, prayers for your grandmother. Please keep safe. 2, if you do decide to do the mailbox deliveries next year, please don't drive and film and deliver. That's a lot, Kathryn.
Well, no, you'll be proud of me. I did not. I only think I would drive, and then when I got to the house, my video, you'll see me walking towards it, saying, okay, I made it to so-and-so's house. Oh, I hope they like it.
Oh,
that's
good.
what my videos are.
Okay, so you have
I wasn't going to video inside. I was supposed to, because I was supposed to have help.
Yeah.
But,
So the videos are in the album? I can see the videos in the album? You've already posted them?
Yes, ma'am. You sure can.
Good. That's part 2. I'm seeing videos, I'm getting tagged in videos that pop up, and I'm just like, it's so beautiful. And I know that, nobody wanted to do virtual. Everybody wants to get out of the house, but I do feel as though it's just as beautiful in terms of just seeing people on Zoom. I was able to hop on some Zooms and seeing people at their mailboxes, and it's beautiful. So I can't wait to take a look at your photos. Thank you for sticking with us through COVID. It's a tough year. I don't claim it.
I think in one of my videos I said 2020 has been rough, but this is what we do: be a doll and give a doll. And I really meant that. I just, at the end, that video was just what I needed. At the end of the day, that's why we do it, because those babies need somebody to tell them that you are important.
That's it, and that's what it's all about.
Yes, and I have no plans on leaving you. I hope you have no plans on kicking me to the curb.
You aren't going anywhere. I love the fact that you stick with me through the storm. You had a storm last year, and we moved forward. I can't wait to talk to Melissa. I have I appreciate you for being a veteran, and what's frustrating for me throughout the years just is of course I expect to be spending a lot of time with the newbies, but the veterans, I just expect them all to act like you. So I appreciate you. No, and I'm not kidding. Like, it's, vet up. This was my theme this year. Like, vet up. Of course, 2020 is unlike any other year, but this really, while it may not be what everybody wanted in terms of what we had to do, it really was the easiest thing we've had to do. No party planning, no decorating, no late event guests, no, I think the hardest thing for everybody, which was super frustrating, was the paperwork, which I intend to handle next year. Just make it, I'm having these phone calls to just get your feedback and make things seamless. All right?
Yeah. Yes, exactly. And I do want to add one other thing. I do agree the paperwork, it was a little hard. In my case, it wasn't because I didn't understand. It was because, unfortunately, again, and I am blaming COVID, but I also take my responsibility. It was hard for me to really get out and meet people and tell them who we are and what we are, because we were hindered from February on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the few people I came in contact with were, thank God, most of them were from my school. I was able to talk to a couple of parents, but there's rules in that, so I couldn't really sit down and have conversation or have lunch, because they even made that clear we're not supposed to be fraternizing. So
contactless.
Yes. So I had a few parents that when I would hand off the child, I was very selective on who I picked. I let them know that I would like to do something with them, and I gave them my email address, and I communicated with them that way, so I stayed within the guidelines of work. And then I had a couple of people from the church, and again, I couldn't get with them because I wasn't going to the church, because I wasn't trying to expose myself anymore, because I was doing enough by going to school. But I got a few there. I just wasn't unable to develop a relationship that I had in Michigan.
Yeah. Well, I just say we ride the wave. We see where it takes us. Life is a journey. Nobody gets to stay put. And it's, next year is not going to be like this year, and the year after that isn't going to be like the one past. So I just want to thank you for getting information and vetting up, and just understanding, being the elder doll in our family, and understanding, it happens.
It happens, and I think we all, including you, Mama Doll, did a wonderful job. Everybody came through with what they had available to them, and I saw some of the pictures and videos, and I'm like, this is so amazing. And of course, my chest is stuck out because I think Melissa did okay, but I'll let you and her handle that.
I think she did a beautiful job, and I can't wait to talk to her.
I did want to say one other thing before we go. I loved my Bossa doll that I had to report to. Lauren was very helpful and very kind, and let us know and addressed everything. I don't know if you needed to know that, but I was really happy to, be under her. And awesome. I just thought she did an awesome job.
well, again, vetting up, I will certainly say that, and pass that along to her. That is something that I've been asking people offline, because I didn't want, as I said to you, we're going to put this out there and be honest, so that people understand what we do in the behind the scenes, but we don't want to air any of the family dirty laundry. So the fact that you brought it up and said something positive, it's all good.
Okay, I'm glad, because you know what? I sure forgot that part.
Kathryn, thank you so much. Absolutely, I would say, as you know, the 12th is the Black Doll Affair Day in Georgia. The 17th is our birthday. And then really after that, I just kind of kick my heels up and wait for Yo Barbie Style in March. So please call me during that time so that we can catch up unofficially. Okay?
All right. Sounds fine.
All right.
Have a wonderful, wonderful evening.
Thank you. I appreciate your support, and I appreciate your service and being an ambassador.
Well, thank you. Have a good one.
You too, doll. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay.